Our first category is Sikhs in Charity. This award is presented to an individual, organisation or a society which can best demonstrate that it has the community at heart. Please welcome on stage the sponsor of the award, Mr. Harmeet Singh from the Box of Hope, and Ruby Dhalla, a politician, a female entrepreneur, to present this award.
Ladies and gentlemen, to our young generation, distinguished members of the media, it is indeed a pleasure and an honor to be here all the way from Canada. मैं request करूँगी कि सारे जाने फतेह बुलंद करिए वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह सारे जानिਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ namaste and salam alaikum. As we celebrate the 10 years of the Sikh Awards, it is fitting that it is in the UAE, as they just celebrated the Year of Tolerance. As we celebrate the 10 years of the Sikh Awards, we also celebrate the 550th anniversary of the founder of the Sikh religion, Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji spoke about the very qualities that we are here today to celebrate. Guru Nanak Dev Ji spoke about peace, about love, about unity, and about tolerance. The very founding values of Sikhism are something that are so important to our core. Sade Gurbani de vich eh likhya hai, naam japo, kirat karo, te vand shako. It says in our Sikh culture and our religion, take the name of God, naam japo. It says kirat karo, which means to earn your living with humility and honesty. And it says vand shako, to be able to give back to your community and to share with others. And we take a look at the Sikh Diaspora, and they have achieved tremendous success. I remember in 2004 when I had the honor and the privilege of being one of the first Sikh women in the world elected as a Canadian Member of Parliament. We had the chance and the opportunity to make history. And now in Canada's Parliament, we don't just have one woman as an MP. Today, in 2020, in Canada's Parliament, we don't only have 1, 2, 3, or 4, we have 15 Punjabi members of Parliament in Canadian politics. How the Sikh Diaspora has achieved success in Canada, I take a look at the Sikh Diaspora here in the UAE. People like Surjit Singh, people like Harmeet, who is up on stage, people like Tarnpreet Baweja and Japinder Kaur Chadha, who have made great strides. And it is these people that are paving the way for others. And in closing, I say to all of you, our diaspora has achieved great success. Kehndे ne ki sukh de vich shukrana karo, dukh de vich ardas karo. Sukh te dukh de vich simran karo. Always take the name of God, because when God is with you, anything in life is possible. As our Sikh Diaspora achieves great new heights throughout the world, I would request our community, regardless if you're from Kenya, or regardless if you live in the UK, the US, or Canada, that we must all unite to come together to empower our young people, to empower our youth with the skills and the tools that they need to succeed. We must ensure that we empower the women in our community, that we provide them with the support. We must ensure that when it comes to issues like mental health, when it comes to the issues of alcohol addiction and drug addiction that face our community, that each and every one of us in this room rise up and step up to the plate to ensure that the next generation of Sikhs also succeed. So Navdeep, congratulations on your great success tonight. Congratulations to all of you for coming out to support him. Asi apni qaum te asi apni community de vich ekta rakhange, and anything in life will be possible. You know, I was sitting with Mama Salma. Let's give her a big round of applause as well. And she was saying, she said, you know, wherever I go, I love the Sikh people because they are full of warmth and love. So Mama, we invite you to Canada as well. To each and every one of you, congratulations. And as they say, ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੌਮ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹੈ, har vale chardi kala de vich rave. Thank you so much, and it's an honor.
Sikhs in Charity, sponsored by Box of Hope. This year's recipient is Sikh Volunteers Australia, a non-profit volunteer organisation. The aim of the organisation is well-being and prosperity for everyone. They provide free food to the less fortunate and to the needy. Sikh Volunteers Australia have recently been providing free food for the bushfire victims in Victoria and have been hailed as legends by national mainstream media. They have crisscrossed the fire-affected regions, serving hundreds of people who were affected by the recent bushfires. Undeterred by the smoke and panic, they travelled to the fire-threatened communities and helped feed anxious locals and travellers until they were evacuated. Sikh Volunteers Australia was founded by the burgeoning Sikh community in Melbourne's southeast communities about 6 years ago.
A very good evening to all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, sheikhs and sheikhas. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Navdeep Singh and the whole team of Sikh Awards for creating this platform and selecting Sikh Volunteers Australia for this award. Sikh Volunteers Australia is a non-for-profit organization operating in Melbourne's southeast. The organization aims well-being and prosperity of everyone. The organization firmly believes on the principle of human rights by viewing all human race as one, irrespective of gender, status, religion, and nationality. This organization is started by a handful group of friends in 2014. Being the first migrant generation in Australia, it was not an easy task. Everyone was doing their bit, but they come up that no, this country has given us everything in abundance. It is our responsibility to give back something. And we started this organization. The scope of the organization was to give back, serve the humanity, and take this volunteer services to the doorstep of Australian community. In December 2019, precisely on 30th of December 2019, our group come across the information that bushfire in Victoria's East Gippsland area is getting out of control. We planned a meeting within a short notice, load up our food van, which was started in 2017 and running twice a week, serving a bit less fortunate people in Melbourne's southeastern suburbs. We load the food van with utensils, cooking appliances, groceries, and headed towards the bushfire area without any clue that what we have to expect on the journey. That area where the bushfire was nearly 300 kilometers from our base. On the way, we tried to contact different authorities that how we can serve, and luckily we got the information that there is a very big relief center established at a town called Bairnsdale. That was like the epicenter of the fire at that time. And all the people who are evacuated are coming down there. It was that place where we stayed for 16 continuous days, and our volunteers serve the people day and night. In those 16 days, we have witnessed very heart-touching stories. In those 16 days, we have seen the strong will of Australia, and we have witnessed the united spirit of Australian multicultural society. We were also overwhelmed with the love, gratitude, and affections from people all over the world, Australia, East Gippsland, and the service of the community, service of the organization actually was regarded by Mr. Daniel Andrew, the Premier of Victoria, our local MPs at state and federal levels, and yes, of course, by the mainstream media all over the world. There was a time when our spokespersons are actually getting interviewed in Egypt, and after 15 minutes they are getting interviewed at London on the phones. That was an experience we can't forget. This award, actually I'm very humbled to receive it on behalf of Sikh Volunteers Australia. And this award is dedicated to the selfless service of all the volunteers of Sikh Volunteers Australia who have given their everything in the last 5 years to serve the humanity. Thank you, thanks a lot. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.